Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 363. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
×3, son.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Triforce. Boom.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, to episode 363 of the Moviecast. We have a pretty good amount of news to get through on the movie side of things. We got a couple things to talk about that we've been up to. Gamescast coming up tonight as well. We've got a whole bunch of podcasts coming at you. Well, it'll be up tomorrow for you all. And let's get kick it off.
Southern there.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to kick it off with the box office, which I had closed down accidentally here in between. Let's start with number one. Kicking it to the curb is Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
That's fun.
Kicking it to the storm drain? How about that? Is that better?
Sure.
Yeah, so Kingsman, Golden Circle, the sequel of Kingsman, which I have not yet ever seen, but I heard was fun. A fun movie to watch.
Kingsman?
Yeah.
I heard it's James Bond done right.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say James Bond, right, but it definitely harkens to that more fun, not take itself so seriously James Bond era.
Cool. I mean,
But yeah, I recommend it. I think it was a fun movie.
Is it better than James Bond?
You know my feelings about James Bond, so that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out the original here. So it's good to see it at number one. It had a good run. It still did $30 million in this week, so it's up to domestically 266 domestic.
That's crazy.
It's great.
Fucking horror movie.
For a horror movie, yeah. I would like to point out right now, they have announced the sequel to it coming September 2019.
There it is.
Gotta
It
capitalize.
Is there a sequel book?
There's more you can expand on, yeah.
Okay. I was kind of shocked when I heard that news. I didn't think there was ever an It 2.
Well, I mean, I think the movie and the book were very different originally, so like
It's gonna
it
be
could
called
more faithful.
It's gonna be called It Again.
It again, yes.
Or It with
There
two
it
T's.
is.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I want that. I'm gonna go see this movie. I probably won't see it in the theaters, unfortunately, at this point. But I do want to see it. So.
And the Golden Circle.
And the Golden Circle. The Lego Ninjago movie opened to a weaker reception than I expected.
I just don't understand these Lego movies. I get the first one. It's like making something new, different, and kind of playing off the nostalgia. Mm-hmm. But now all these other Lego movies just feel like the straight-to-video Lego movies that they've already had. Like, what's new about these and different about these other than they're trying to make a big-budget version of what's already kind of...
It's Warner Brothers greed, man. Warner Brothers greed.
Yes.
Well,
Just weird.
What
it's like
is
you had
Ninjago?
It's just a toy, like the Lego toy line that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like one of the most popular toy lines they have.
Right.
There's a shit ton of Legos for this one. I mean, I like the trailers for this thing. It looked kind of like it would be funny, but I think the adult appeal was more gone for it. So, like, it didn't draw as much of an audience that I think I expected.
That's the thing. Like the Lego movie, it was just you didn't need to know anything about it. You just needed to know Lego.
Yeah.
Lego Batman, you got what you're expecting. This is just who are you catering to besides children?
Yeah.
Right.
well, yeah, Lego Batman also had Lego Batman in the Lego movie too. That same character.
Kind of set up
And
that for...
For this one, I honestly didn't know. I saw like a commercial for it. I didn't even know if it was a theatrical release or not.
Yeah, I feel like...
And that's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell, like, with these other movies because there's so many of them straight to video and on streaming services. You're like, what's different about this one?
Yeah. I mean, that is confusing for it, and I think that did hurt it quite a bit because it not being called Lego Movie 2 or, the Lego Batman, which was teased forever, I think had a better run of campaign for it, like, for coming out in the theaters. So I feel like that...
And Batman's a much more marketable character as well.
Sure. American Assassin at 4 and Mother at 5. That's your box office.
So funny. Like, I see American Assassin, I automatically think Kent and our friend. That's kind of his movie right there.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Nothing really opening the next week or so. Well, actually, Comic-Con next week would be Blade Runner, but that's when we're out. That's next week. So
I have to say, I'm impressed with what I've seen with Blade Runner.
Early reviews.
I'm not a fan of Blade Runner.
Early reviews have been very positive. And I'm not a big fan of Blade Runner either, and I'm a huge sci-fi fan, but I thought that was so boring.
This one looks a lot more action-oriented. But that could just be the trailers. But the director is very intriguing because he's been on a hot streak, so
yeah.
it helps.
Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford teaming up, man.
And the Joker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot he was in that. Is he the Joker for long? We don't know. But every week something new comes out. Let's move into movie news, though, with that, and talk about...
Hold up. We can't move off from the box office yet.
Well, I was
There's
going
an important announcement. I was
going to talk about that next, but I would like to roll into Justice
It
League.
does tie into...
You stopped the
It
roll,
does
so
tie
you
into
might
the
as well.
box office.
Yeah, let's go with Homecoming news. I was going to move into Justice League talking about DC. There was a nice little lead in there, but we'll go to that in a second. So let's talk about Homecoming, guys. The #1 superhero movie of 2017.
And now, more importantly, Tony...
And now, more importantly...
Outgrossed Batman v Superman worldwide.
Officially.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Well, thank you, Spider-Man, but China is...
And
that
Sony
box
and
office is
Marvel
definitely-
playing nice.
Well, it's not like China suddenly it didn't debut because China had a anti-foreign movie policy for the summer.
All right.
So
Now, we have this conversation every time, Mike. Every time we have this conversation. But I have to ask you again. With the success of this being the #1 movie of the year, Sony's just seeing money now. Do you think Fox is tempted?
Nah.
I think they are.
Well, first of all, this was a slow burn. This was like because everything after it sucked so much. Because when it opened, it's like, oh, this is disappointing.
Listen, slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise taught us all of that. Come on.
That's why you have long payment plans, right?
There's no interest on this. They're making the money.
What?
They're making money and making money. They're not losing money by having this out longer.
If you win for life or win, a few $100 million in a day. So, what are you going to choose?
So you want to go with a
What?
You want to go with
that is a terrible comparison. Terrible.
What do you mean? Say something. What?
That is a terrible comparison.
It started off. It's a slow burn. This thing. I mean,
how does that equate to anything that you just talked about?
4 months for this to
I think because most people will take the payout.
When it released, it wasn't a success. It was all right. That's fine. That's good. And then it's slow burn.
Sony already made the investment in it. What does it matter?
Because you're still spending money as time goes by. Yeah, sure, they're still getting paid, and it's good. But time is money, and as time goes by, it's counts.
Okay, you're just talking out of your ass now, Mike. Okay.
Okay, fine. Time doesn't count. All right.
Mike, if it makes the money, it makes the money. I mean,
because the inverse, which was Batman v Superman, which made half its gross in like the first week and then cratered, that's so much better, right?
It's about the same.
Nice word of mouth.
The total's about the same. So there you go. It's about the same. You get 4 months of this movie to be the best of the year when it opens sort of or you have something all at once and you can see that money right away and then it goes away.
Yeah, that DC universe is looking so good right now.
It's trending better upwards than the Marvel universe.
Oh, trending upwards. Oh, okay. Yep.
It is more than them.
Trending upwards?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as how much money they've made and the amount of movies they've got, then
two movies they've had have exceeded expectations.
Numbers don't lie there.
I want to point out that the budget was less than Batman vs Superman, so the profits are more.
Okay. But that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about is Fox tempted. Fox is probably
wait, hold up.
You're the one that
hold up. You're the one that started that conversation. My original question.
Let me bring up a point, but then fuck you when you guys try to argue that.
Well, and to be fair, Mike's not wrong though. I mean, DC's averaging more money per movie than Marvel.
I'm not. Yeah, but there's more. There's more movies. I mean, there's just more output for Marvel. To spread the cash cow around.
Yes, but it's still not.
The last two have been
the numbers don't lie there.
I'm saying he's wrong. Batman vs Superman and Spider-Man: Homecoming are within $20 million of each other worldwide, right? Is that what you're saying? It's peanuts, Mike. But the budget was significantly less because it was not, $300 million. It was $175.
Okay. Again, I wasn't saying that much about it. I just said all at once or over 4 months, the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
What would you rather have?
It still made them more money.
Batman v Superman was still out for 4 months. It just did shit for the second half of it.
Yeah, because no movies came out after Spider-Man.
Anyways, what do I?
It does help, though.
So Fox, I know it does.
But the point
weak
is,
box
Fox
office-
also has the last 2 movies that Fox released with their licenses also were surprising successes
Here's
too.
the-
So they
here's the thing,
don't
Mike.
want to give that away right
Your,
now.
your argument is about the U.S. box office, and we're talking about worldwide. It's a completely different box office, international to the U.S.
How will that have to do with that?
Well, you're just focusing on the U.S. box office. I'm talking worldwide sales right now for these 2 movies. Yes, it was a down box office in the U.S. this year.
Enough about Batman v Superman and Spider-Man. Are we talking about Fox yet?
I know. I'm trying to get back to your original point.
You keep asking me questions to elaborate on what I was arguing with you.
No, my
That you
point
went on
is that Fox's last 2 movies using that license were surprising successes.
And
So
it's
I
not
don't see
Apocalypse?
why.
Apocalypse
I
is
don't-
not a success.
Well, fine. I don't even count that because I didn't see it.
Oh,
But
oh.
Deadpool and Logan,
Good-
their
good portion of your argument.
R-rated movies, were, they liked what they had there, and they still want another sequel with X-Men as well. As bad,
They're
Apocalypse
making
isn't
another
really
one.
do
They're-
terrible.
I'm not saying it's going to merge
So,
now, Mike, but I'm saying that
I don't see really don't know. I don't see them being tempted because they're building their own universe right now.
I mean,
They're talking about X-Force movies and stuff. So no, I don't think so.
I think the X-Force talk died. I think we're going to see a Deadpool 2.
And they're
I know
also
we're seeing-
already talking about rebooting Wolverine.
I know that, but that was my point. Is that's where it could actually lead into a tie-in.
How confident are you that the next Wolverine will show up in a Marvel-produced film?
50-50. I mean,
It's
it's
lower
not
than I thought
like
you'd be.
no. I mean, I'm not. I mean, it's higher than I thought I would be before.
I will say Fox needs like an unmitigated disaster release again, like a Fantastic Four level release with their X-Men properties before they consider it. And I mean, I'm not saying that's impossible. It's certainly
That's
possible.
what I'm saying. It definitely is possible. Even
But
with
they
with
need
the Dark Phoenix coming.
something. They need another really bad movie
Yeah, and I think
to come out.
if the Dark Phoenix movie is not a good movie and it flops like Apocalypse did,
I think it
there's-
needs to do worse than Apocalypse because Apocalypse did good enough for them to want to continue that
but I think
franchise.
the trend shows it will. That's what I'm trying to say. Is I don't know if the interest is going to be as high because of Apocalypse. Like
I think it will be because of Logan and
Which is-
because of Deadpool.
Yeah, but not with Wolverine not in it. Then
yes.
No, I understand, but still, I think that people are still interested in X-Men because of Logan and Deadpool, and that's what they're thinking of. Like, you didn't even think of Apocalypse.
that's why they're talking
You thought of
X-Force
Deadpool
instead.
and Logan.
Those
so,
characters are hot. The rest of the X-Men characters, not so much.
X-Men Apocalypse didn't even do as much as the original X-Men movie.
Mhm.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they release Dark Phoenix and it does the same or less, that hurts. So
Yeah, it hurts, but to like jump on here, I don't think if it does less than the X-Men Apocalypse, it's not gonna be enough to push them to Marvel. If it like completely does Fantastic Four and is like a shit show of a movie as well, like if the movie is just terrible as well, then there's potential there. But because Deadpool 2 is gonna come out and make hundreds of millions of dollars, they're not gonna. They're not
Yeah,
gonna.
on an intentionally constrained budget too with
Yeah.
Deadpool.
yeah,
Deadpool is just so strong for them. They
I mean,
really
worldwide it's gonna
need
be like
something
over
else to
$600
go
million,
drastically
not, like,
wrong.
Close to 8.
I'm just hoping. Like I am hoping that Deadpool 2 is a good movie. I'm really hoping it doesn't get too full of itself and living off of its own hype. So
like the
See, I mean,
character
different
itself.
director,
into
so-
the comics.
yeah, I mean it's a dangerous line to walk down. The way they shot that, like it's it could have gone completely the other way, and it was well received, fantastic movie. But it makes you wonder. It's like my Spider-Man feeling. Remember the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, Corey? I'm in the same boat here. I'm like waiting for it to just fall off. So, but.
Yeah.
Justice League projections, that's what I was going to tie into with this. Justice League projections are now starting to come out, and we're looking at a 150 million opening, 333 total domestic. They've already gotten that projected too. I mean, these are all loose. It can be adjusted as the opener goes. Like Wonder Woman came in with good reviews, brought it up another 20 million on the good reviews alone. Just
I don't understand how people do projections or why they even do projections 2 months before the
It's
movies
buzz.
come
They
out.
always do this, though. They always do
it's
They
that.
always do
metrics.
this.
It's like data metrics and buzz. They can kind of calculate everything with that.
But I mean, it's
I mean,
what I'm
it
saying is
doesn't
like, why
sound
does
crazy,
DC
these
have
numbers.
to do this? Because like you don't hear oh, these are the numbers that Thor's going to be doing. These
Oh
are the
yeah,
numbers
I
that-
remember.
But
No,
this isn't
we
DC
heard
doing
this
it.
with
This
Marvel
is a third
too.
party.
Yeah, I mean, I got this from.
We
this
heard
is-
these with most of the Marvel movies recently too.
We looked them
Yeah.
up. I mean,
Those-
yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they were out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like DC's not doing this either. This is not Warner Brothers or anything like that posting this information. It's just these are the data analysts like Box Office Mojo that do these numbers crunches that, predict what it's going to
the
do.
Proctors of the world.
Yes. So I mean, take it for what it is, but you have a baseline now, guys. So when we do our predictions for that weekend, which we will, we have a baseline of where we're going to be. The over/under here is 150, and that might be adjusted as reviews come in. If it becomes more popular and very
I mean,
like
if Justice League can't do
is it
150.
fine
That's
or
a
is
shame.
it epic?
yes, that is my point, Corey. 166 was BVS, and it is being projected underneath it. But now BVS's opener was huge. They did not expect it. So, yeah. All right.
No, you'd have to go under that though, because all of the negative press. It's in the fall. As
Upward
opposed to-
trending, Mike. Upward trending.
The whole genre is not upward trending though. There's less
Anyways,
there.
I don't want to get into that. I don't want. Bryan Cranston being eyed for Uncharted movie as some major character theories, possibly Sully. What do you guys think?
I mean, as far as an Uncharted fan and player of the games, I think that would be a great fit.
I mean, here's the thing with this movie.
It doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, but like I've talked about this before, and I think I said this on a podcast years ago. I would love to see an Uncharted movie that's good. I just don't think it can happen. That's all. Like I would love to see a movie that's as fun as the games, like where you can enjoy it, and it's like the next Indiana Jones. I just don't think,
Or just watching Indiana Jones.
well,
Not the newest one, but still.
yeah, but I'm saying so. Like I can get my Indiana Jones fix with more than 3 movies. You know what I mean? Like you can watch a few other movies and actually get.
National Treasure gets me like
I
those
like National Treasure
movies.
too. Yes, that's like a niche film though. Like not everybody likes those movies, but I do like those, and I do have
Yeah,
those.
I think that's fun. I mean, if they did an Uncharted movie like that in that vein, I think that'd be fine. But we'll see. I mean, as far as getting Cranston, I think that would be a good fit for the character of the game.
I mean, the idea.
Play it off.
Yeah, the idea behind this is I think the movie's premise, like the early rumors, is going to be something like a heist movie, so, which fits for Uncharted, I think.
Yeah.
This is interesting. AMC has now contacted the what?
No, Tom Holland's our Golden Boy now. It's
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man's.
yeah, that's right. I forgot he was cast in this as the lead before there's a script. So, before there's an official script, AMC has contacted the writers for Walking Dead, saying they're allowed to use the word "fuck" twice during the entire season of season 8. It's going to be
Who cares?
New
I'm
World,
done
guys.
with that show.
Don't you
The
guys-
whole time.
No, that's not the point of this news. I'm done with the show.
I know.
But-
It's like now, but it's television still. So
I mean, I remember when shit was allowed on TV from South Park, and they said it like 100 and some odd times in the episode.
yeah, they had a counter.
Yeah. I mean, South Park's got to drop this at some point too. Then, like, have they done it already? I don't even know.
Well, they bleep it out, but they make sure you know what's being said.
Oh, sure, but I think they drop it 2 times now. In the season, they actually let it said.
I mean, it depends on how much airtime maybe has to go by, but yeah, it's happening.
So,
I mean, that's going to be on cable television.
I mean, for Negan fans that are still going to watch this show, you
When
get
does this show air? 9 or 10?
10.
It's usually 9.
Oh, it's 9. I think it is 9. Yeah.
Okay. If it was 10 o'clock, then there's free reign. Go
Well,
for
they already
but-
did it. I think they already did it in Fear the Walking Dead. That's the point.
Yeah, they had, like,
impressive.
1 or
It's
something.
set here with The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So Negan gets to drop some F-bombs. I mean, that's for those people who are still going to watch it. You get to watch Negan actually say the F word, I guess. Which is
But only like once or twice, so
Yeah.
whatever. It's not really how he does it in the comics.
It's more like the other words are sprinkled in around the fox.
yeah. Let's see. We also have news on Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar movies. Now this is $1 billion budgets. That's projected here.
For all 3 or for
4.
4? All 4.
That's
Okay.
$250 a movie. Considering this came out in 2009, that's huge budget for a movie that does anybody want? That's what I'm saying. That's why this news is here. Like $250 for a movie nowadays is high, but it's not unprecedented. It's just
Right.
Jesus. I mean, that's a lot to give somebody who it's $1
Well,
billion.
if you're going to give that to anybody, it's going to be Cameron.
I
so-
guess. I mean, I guess.
I
you're
mean,
right.
he's got two in the top three top grossing movies of all time with inflation.
That's true.
He's got a free check.
Yeah.
So he gets a free
Blank check.
billion-dollar check.
He's got a free $1 billion check.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
I mean, even if he makes half of that back, which he'll make more than half of that back, but it's not, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For 4 movies, like you're gonna give James Cameron 4 movies to make, and you're gonna give him $1 billion. That's like nothing.
Mm.
I mean, like think about like the Justice League, or BVS was $300 million. You said, right? And let's talk about like the year after that. You gotta assume Justice League's cost more than $300 million to make.
Oh sure. Oh yeah. With the
I
marketing,
mean, just
with
the
marketing,
budget's just getting bigger. So I mean, giving a guy $1 billion to make 4 movies, nah. Especially a guy who's got Titanic and Avatar as like in the top 3 movies of all time. Like, we're talking like highest grossing movies of all time.
So Corey clearly went with James Cameron to the studio to hype he's the hype man here. This is how he sold it, right? Just brought Corey. Be like, come on, guys. This is James Cameron. He's got.
His resume speaks for itself. I mean, after Terminator 2 and Aliens and Terminator 1, even he could do anything he wants. Yeah. And then he did. He made Titanic, a fucking movie about a ship sinking, and it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
How does this story end? Oh, we already know. It doesn't matter. Let's go see it 12 times.
Spoiler alert: the ship sinks.
A lot of people die. Finally, I have Star Trek news because I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm a huge fan of Star Trek.
Watched it?
No, I did not.
Oh, whoa! Wow.
Huge fan, didn't. What?
I'm a huge fan. So this is the issue.
Is this a choice that you're not watching it, or is this a protest, take a knee, the national anthem style here?
Here's the thing.
What are we doing?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is where I need your help, listeners, viewers, guys on the on the podcast crew here. I'm a big Star Trek fan, and I love to support a show. However, I do not want to support all of these different streaming services breaking off and paying $6 a month for CBS All Access, because I feel like that is the problem. I think this should be on CBS. It's a CBS show. Like,
so the biggest issue here is that Star Trek Discovery aired its premiere episode to everyone
on CBS.
But then they said, going forward, this is going to be exclusive to their streaming service. A lot of Young Justice coming up soon. And that's shitty, because you're giving people a taste. It's like, a free taste of what you can get, especially if you're a Star Trek fan and you want some more Star Trek.
Fuck that.
Now,
I know, that's the thing. But like,
that's what I was asking you. Like, is it a choice that you didn't watch it, or is it just that you
and that's where I'm at right now, because, and this is the problem I'm at. They give you
vote with your wallet.
They give you a 1 week free trial. I've been reading on Reddit where a lot of people,
nothing.
I know on Reddit a lot of people have watched the first 2 episodes and canceled their subscription. Technically, I could wait for the season to end, then watch the show. But then, what if it
don't even do that?
So this is actually airing week by week. It's not getting. You're not going to get a binge type of thing.
No, they're going week by week to make you. They're keeping you looped. They're not following a Netflix
Fuck
format.
them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So that's my problem right now, and I agree with you, Tony.
If this was a free service and there were ads, I think that would just go a long way.
That's it. It's $5.99, and there are still ads.
Fuck them.
Thank you. That's the problem. Like, I am a big Star Trek
fan. Take a knee, Jim. Take a knee.
But I want a Star Trek show. Like, I do love my Star Trek shows. You guys know. I watch every show.
That's fine. You'll love it eventually when it comes to Netflix.
But it would, yeah. And that's the other problem. It's on Netflix anywhere but the United States. You can watch it on... Yes.
VPN that shit to Britain.
You can watch it on Netflix anywhere but the US. Explain that shit.
Fucking CBS, man.
Fuck them.
The most antiquated company on TV.
Does CBS even have a good show?
They're the number 1 network in America, dude.
Yes.
No. But I mean, like, for their subscription service, like, what is their...
Star Trek Discovery is their system seller.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Like, their premiere was 10 million viewers, which for CBS is down. That's a great premiere, but CBS, that's not. So...
Fuck them. Corporate greed.
I know. I want a Star Trek show, and I feel bad. I feel bad saying that, because I want to watch this, and the reviews it's very good. So...
I like the actress, Sasha,
yes,
whatever her name is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
From Walking Dead.
I think she's a good actress, and be interesting. I did.
Sasha's on this?
Yeah.
She's like the star, I think.
She's the big role.
Yeah. Really?
So, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sorry. The actress I have no problem with. her character in Walking Dead just turns me completely off.
And that's
so
fine.
As long as her character is nowhere near as
I
annoying
don't
as
think
she's in
it's.
Walking
She's
Dead.
a Vulcan, so.
Oh, okay. That could be interesting then. Okay, all right. But I'm still not fucking paying them. So
No.
No, that's the
Same
problem.
here.
Like, this is something I'd like to check
pirate
out.
that shit. Pirate that shit. I'm using the word. I'm not even tiptoeing around it. Pirate that shit.
I mean, so many people are doing that, and it's just like CBS. We've all known for a long time has the most
Probably
antiquated.
that's the
ass
biggest
backwards.
problem with CBS. Is like they make it so difficult to watch their shows.
They're also the ones that didn't play ball with Apple.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Like, Apple tried to get them on their iTunes service, and they refused.
Plus, I think they fired Brian Fuller from this show too, which kind of sucks because that guy's awesome.
Yeah, he is. That's Heroes guy.
Yeah, he did season 1. He did
that's
Hannibal.
Heroes season 1 guy.
Hannibal, he did, and
You mean the only good season of Heroes?
He's a good writer. Yeah, he's good. But yeah, Hannibal. Yeah, he does. I mean, he's done some very good shows.
Fuck them.
It's okay. Anyways, listeners, viewers, write us I'm not done yet, but I just want to let you know, write us podcast at allycangeek.net to let us know what you think of this CBS All Access, because I think it's bullshit.
Welcome.
It's almost like fuck you Capcom, fuck you CBS. There we go. All right, let's get into what we've been up to, guys. I'll kick us off. I've watched The Orville because this kind of ties in with everything. The Orville is on Fox, and I can watch that on Hulu. I can watch that on demand. I can watch that on TV. I can watch that show and support it. And it's a good show. I would recommend people that are into Star Trek, or even it's Seth MacFarlane. Jesus Christ.
cartoons. Yeah.
Cartoons. You can actually.
That's the thing is, I don't know if I'm not a big fan of Seth MacFarlane, and if there's a lot of Seth MacFarlane, I'm not gonna probably want to watch it. But I do like the concept.
It's not 2006 anymore.
No, but the last 2 episodes, like, it's 3 episodes in, and 2 episodes of the show he's not been the focal point. He's only been on the first episode, so they're giving each of their actors their screen time, each of the crew members. So I like.
I mean, is this more Star Trek or more Galaxy Quest?
This is more. It's more Star Trek, actually, which is crazy.
Okay.
But they just dealt with a really controversial issue of transgender in the last episode. You know, he doesn't pull any punches, Seth MacFarlane. So you gotta. I mean, that's. It's cool to watch. And,
no, he doesn't. If you watch his Oscar song.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
I saw your boobs.
And it had some chuckle. It has chuckle moments. I wouldn't say there's laugh out loud moments in the show, but it's got good humor.
Now, if they made a Galaxy Quest TV show, I'd watch that.
Yeah. I mean,
would you pay for it?
But hell's no, it depends. I mean, if I'm already paying for Netflix or some shit like that,
That's
then
true.
Obviously, but
that's true. I am paying for Hulu already, but CBS, that's the idea. Like,
that's an extra on top. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. All right, so I've watched
Let
that.
it be seen.
Yeah, I watched that. You know, that's. What else have I seen? I think that's it for new stuff that I want to talk about. There's a lot of premieres going on that I haven't gotten to watch yet. So I don't know. I watched Ninja Warrior the finale. That was shocking. I love my Ninja Warrior show. It's really cool.
It's a great show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they do a great job of dramatizing it up and stuff.
They do, and
so they get you involved in the guys that are doing the runs and stuff.
The entire season, I'm like, oh, my number 1 pick. And then he doesn't make it. You're like, oh, I'm so devastated watching this. Because that was my number 1 pick the whole season. So, but it was cool. It was a cool episode. That's it for me. Mike, what have you been up to?
I don't think I watched anything, but I read another comic.
Oh, okay.
I read, I'm furthering my tiptoeing into the rebirth side of DC and Batman. I did All-Star Batman this time, which was kind of hit or miss. It was mostly a Two-Face storyline, and Batman has this new sidekick, this kid whose like parents got all messed up by Joker. But he it was all right, and
go with what works.
Were they named Robin?
No, he's not a Robin, and he's actually a black kid, and his parents are still alive. They just are crazy forever. Yeah. Anyway, but no, this one was all really about Two-Face, and Two-Face is also kind of a hit and miss character for me. There were some themes that were good in this storyline, but I wasn't a fan of the art too much, and I think Batman was written a little weird.
Just gotta focus on the button sequence or storyline there. I think that you'll like that one, Mike.
Yeah. So yeah, also I do have some other ones to read, but this one is just okay. I'm also torn a little bit on his new like rebirth costume, because like he has it like purple lining on his cape, and I just can't help but think of like Darkwing Duck when I see it.
Nice.
But that's just me.
Darkwing Duck's gonna be on DuckTales.
Yeah, that should be interesting. I wonder how he'll look compared to how he used to look.
Yeah, right.
Considering they look so weird.
I like the art style on that show.
All right. That's it.
Tony.
Nothing.
All right, Corey.
I've not been watching anything. I got other things to do.
All right. I think that's gonna wrap up the Moviecast episode, folks. Tune into the Gamescast coming up. We're gonna do our fall, November, and December games preview. We've got a lot of new games to talk about in the podcast as well, so tune into that if you don't normally. Next week, we will have a pre-Comic-Con podcast. So we're going to Comic-Con next week, but it'll be before it. So we won't have news of it, but we will probably...
I'll hold down the fort here in...
We'll probably hype.
Not
I already
New York.
set schedules up for myself, like Punisher's panel. I've already marked the panels I want to go see and wait in line in the.
Oh wow, you didn't? I need to do that still.
When they updated their app, I was so happy to see that. I was like, finally, Jesus! So I started like queuing things up. Voltron's in the morning on Saturday, just so you know. So we won't be there. I won't be there on Sunday, but I don't know if you guys did. Anybody get Sunday badges?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did get emails saying, we noticed you haven't purchased your badges
They're trying to
yet.
sell Thursday still. They have Thursday.
Really?
Yeah. It's their new system of not doing the all-in-one badge.
So, Corey, what you could do is just call out of work on Thursday.
Don't tell the wife, just show up. And then go back home.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Moviecast, folks. Tune in next week. Write us podcast, allygeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allygeek. Like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.
Zom Dragon.